Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Airis indoor-outdoor wall sconce. This is, and we're talking about the small one here, this is the 30-79-10. There are three sizes. Check them all out. Watch those videos. Let's get into the height of the fixture itself. 18.3 inches from the very bottom to the very top. The width on it is coming in at 4.5, and the depth on it is 4 inches, which means that this is ADA compliant, and that means that you can use this in all kinds of applications where you guys are going to be working with the Americans with Disabilities Act that says that a sconce can only come out up to 4 inches. So this qualifies for that. It can be used in all kinds of places. Hallways, stairways, alleyways, all kinds of places like that. For homeowners it's good because it's very flush to the wall. That 4 inches does not come out that far. So mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual J-box is coming in at 15 inches, which means that this mounts at the top. A way to show you a lot of good information is to look at the install sheet. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDFs. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together, the socket setup. It's going to show you the back of this and how it goes over your 4-inch junction box without any problem. Okay, glass on it is 2.12 inches in diameter and 13.5 inches tall. So this is also dark sky friendly. And dark sky friendly is built to the same specifications as dark sky compliant. However, it does not carry that label which they make you pay for. But we have all the specifications and all the documentation backing up that it's built to exactly the same standards if you guys need it for your town or zoning administrator or whomever like that. Let's talk about how much light you're going to get out of this. Before we do that, it's 3.8 pounds. It's very light. It's made out of aluminum. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. It's going to be using a GU10 socket, and GU10 sockets use GU10 bulbs. It's going to be using an MR16. You can use up to a 35 watt halogen in this if you want, but there's some great LEDs that work with this as well. So we basically buy our MR16 GU10s on Amazon just because it's a great resource for them. So, like I said, up to 35 watts incandescent if you want to, but I don't think you should. So those LED bulbs that I got on Amazon are usually their house brand, and they're pretty good. They throw a tremendous pool of light down. It's going to shoot down through that glass, hit those little air bubbles, and just kind of pop. It's going to look almost like air bubbles in champagne going up. It's really great. And it's going to put a huge pool of light on the ground. So you get a lot of task lighting, if you want to call it that. So you can use this, like I said before, in hallways and stairways. It's going to eliminate the path of what you're working on. And if you're going to be using this in applications inside, don't forget it's an indoor-outdoor sconce. You can use this like flanking a fireplace, dining room walls, anything like that, and you can put it on a dimmer. So if you guys are going to be using it on a porch, or around a pool, maybe on a deck, and you want to hang out with your friends, put it on that dimmer with. Just make sure that you buy a dimmable bulb when you're looking. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.